Temebal Niparajurji Choncha Semcho Rinpoche Maje Bana Yejurji Jiba Nyamba Mebat Koni Kondam Perva Nije Chimbo Tsodeni Mishi Soni Malam Chimbo Ngajarat Pikar Tangan Senti Shurmado Tumba Karan Chanla Sorvande Shoman Chujin Je Pojoni Tuson Sonji Kanjungo Ronsen Chukungan Sutanze Pe Zavilam Shavla Sorvande Doson Robo Lona Chula Yer Susun Dunga Chinda Chijin Chen Yasomi Ponshiva Jalla So Semchen Tand Nirdo Donchena Tamba Nam Jinunta Zardo So 다용 지레지도 담부 추고 통말라 추고 고세거나 안다 추고 뉴고세거나 ninjung yozong tene 지레지도 담부 추 용도바 히발라 추주 풍부 제트 여동고 힘보 연나 지초 메나 타초 세천지 그럼 삼바존보 세지데 형축부 생름보첸 데라 카촌 슈반노임 삼바 자체와 형축 생지 고흥세 삼바 자침보 지조 미 샘첸 탐체 그 된다 담부추히 듬레 야삼 샘첸 탐체지 데소나 나 간데 yen나야 샘첸 탐체 그 된지 드브선 디섬부 콜론테 요나 드니 지르주도 테파 침보용 레 추대용 추용 도화진 로레 드니 추 공동 공든나 태첸 형축부 생름보 첸그 찌기지 선송 더그 여지 쪼르소나 추 체숑라 뜨고 말이 총마 태제르주도 추용 도화지렌도소 추대기 롱라용 팬토 추대기 yen라용 팬토 추대용 지레주도 공페르든로 마냠바 ndebe hiebani hiebata yongni yongji 지레주도 윤신 종부 ndeb는다 종탄매 지렌도서 도저도 형축부 산르보데 추군 혼라용 로고 추동 냠동 용로고 추공든나 지선 용로고 세터 형축부 산르보자 Samba Jachimbos, then Tabdon, Shirab Jachimbona, Yalam, Jikatonga so Hindu Jika, Ronjan Zofa Chimbu, Chechure, Ji Tafaranjamre, Tamchi Madop, Ronjan Jime, Yeni Tafaronjan Yendu, Ronjan Zofa Chimbo, Santek, Toma la Chap de Yod, Toma Tafaya A Sangana, Tela Jereju, Hin Yonga Chimbu, Go Chunrod, Rong Jet Junior Mumbai. Tiyong, sonam ko choyong, tesa. Yin jire judon roba ritu ko hinyong, tiyong talere, ti top talere, tandi zode tanala, ti mambar yong het talere, ta zodo yong, samsang la, ti chechu tamatong damba, songa kolong seya. Tani jire judo ji tap, tong shirab nyaga damba zo, soma te tawa ranjam. Tawa ranjam sendu se ngui zondu sabo, Ronjan Zofa Chimbo, Katon San Ronjan Zofa Chimbo, Sang Nilu Devahip Nimbo, Tim Machap Mebu, Dehi Nimbu Roa Yong La Chap, Oson Tanised, Talasamloji Ton Tana, Sahi Tensabo, Panto Jachimbo, Tandeo, Tani Samlo Goron, Jika Toni, Tani Chu Kande Nyam Slancer. 추 센도야테 가레레 세찬치나 은혜히나 롱용 조파침부 카종아초 그 현도지 디트한테 해걸 나나라 제르지도 추 조파 세찬치도 드네 제르지도 지 카조파침부 세찬치 그냥 지원 드네 제르지도 제지 공소 조파침부 되는데 다 제르지도 가로 여기 그 토라 그 가지 그지 조파침부세 Zofa Chimbo, Ronjan Zofa Chimbo, la Jimbun Truchi Zai Sejandanda. Tende Yoli, that they don't come to the Jerido Jig, Sick Tony, Carton, Tati, Kesha told me, Dun, that is it, something mato, Don't we hear gonna run your zofa chimbo sejite Sam de la gogos. You some logic Tony, Sam zofa chimbo yana, Ludo moke zofa chimbo, Ayan Nadina, Lungo Yosanganoni, Garchehu, Jaru, Danda, Zu Danda, take carriers and a Sam de Yod. Sam zofa chimbo yan sadu, Lungo Negateo, zofa chimbo rendos. Tene lu zofa chimbo, ngok zofa chimbo, sen zofa, ronjon zofa chimbo yansi, tate yeni yemba te la, yemba te suwan da jersey tashi ki la, ta kandi zo samne mbestor chi zogri, tiko la ngi lobyon chi zogri yan. Te la ronjon zofa chimbo, dön, nyams lemsar ka damba, sondu, patarambo cheng, tiko la kandi zo dampndu, kandi zo nyams lemdu. Jerejudo, Nyamla hip capsula, Ndrona Nyamla hip, Dudna Nyamla hip, Nyana Nyamla hip, Kesha hina Nyamla hip, Kapartona Nyamla hip, Samasana Nyamla hip, Chinchondor Kap Yancho Soma, La Nyamla de Zocho. The market Jerejudo, Nyamla de Chujan no Yandanda Junatanisu, Metodo, Session Loto, Homes and Dandaji. Kale chi hong tene jesa rena o tan danda chang se sa tan ta du ne he na danda je dorna chu gum pom bo je ti yo ton tsoma te mbasa ngaman sang to mbap ti do ma teme chu ge je de shuro puna ji ndu ta ji zo go ni so go ji myo go ma re to zo de rong san derzi do rong go sang chu ni to zi ge che tal son ji chum den de ge chu yum pom bo je ti yo ton son le res. That the mat injing told here na kahitil honor. Now I'm just to try to, what I said, okay? That I said it's like before we undertake Dharma activities, very important to check up the motivation. And that just to remind to you, yesterday we talking about the vast motivational attitude. It is like kind of the mind of the enlightenment, we say, which is the bodhicitta. And that is the necessary to think about. And I'm going to study Dharma. It's not a benefit for myself. I'm concerned with benefit for sentient beings. If I can to do some benefit for sentient beings, that is my task. That is my responsibility. And if you have that kind of the motivations, it is like kind of the whatever you do, Dharma, things it's become the perfect Dharma. And therefore, I just to say, begin first timers, very important to have entrance door of the Dharma, of course, renunciation. If we haven't got any renunciations, Dharma doesn't go into our mind. And then it's the second, the body of the Dharma, it is bodhicitta, compassion, kindness. The kindness of the bodhicitta is the unique, the heart core of the 84,000 teachings of the Buddha. And if you have this single things, enough, sufficient. If you lack of that one single things, it's others. It doesn't kind of the affect to us, and therefore, very important. We call the vast attitude of the bodhicitta, and this bodhicitta, it is the benefit for yourself and the benefit for other sentient beings. It is very important. And also top of that is, maybe it's the coding the sweet path, like swift path, or the like kind of the instantaneous, like kind of the bring us the enlightenment. We call the nurture great perfection teachings. According that, this motivation is the pure perceptions. Pure perception, it is very, very important pure perceptions is purified in your like kind of all the different type of the obscurations, and also you are purified all the field of the different realms. And also when you have these pure perceptions, and automatically or the very fastly, very quickly to make the completion of the accumulations. And same as it does the yourself and all the other sentient beings. And also these pure perceptions, when you each moment you generate these pure perceptions, and yourself is the maturation of the body, speech, mind is automatically, fastly, quickly to happen. And the same also and externally you are like kind of the practice pure perceptions, and also it's a kind of the purification of the field, like kind of the different realms, different pure lands, and also it's like maybe you purified your own individual appearances, but this appearances is like the representative of all the other realms. And you purified your appearances of the whatever you perceived, and by the perceivers. And that is also is like such a kind of the benefit, and therefore very important to have the pure perception. Sometimes we think like such belief externally, or there are like kind of problems, how I can to practice pure perceptions. It is not like this. And also, quoting like this, then we are to say, I'm going to study natural great perfections. Yesterday we said, natural great perfection, it is the meaning of your mind. And this is like kind of the mind. And yesterday we said the second homachos, inconceivable great perfections. Inconceivable natural great perfection of the mind. It is inconceivable. And this inconceivable, it is our minds. Maybe may you think he is talking about the natural great perfection of the mind, and beside that my body, my speech. Maybe may you have kind of concerning, but that is like included. Generally, our three doors, body, speech, mind. The most important root is the mind. The mind is the like kind of the embraced or endowed with this the nature of the great perfections. Then body, speech, automatically. And that perspective we can to say is the natural great perfection of your body, speech, and the mind included. And then it's like actually 84,000 teachings of the Buddha's conclusion and falling into our minds in order to tame our mind, in order to mind to waken up, or the mind to be enlightened man. Quoting that, or the due to that, reason that, and Buddha's taught 84,000. But otherwise, like Buddha's never says, you perceive something externally, you need to correct that, you study Dharma, you correct that, never ever said. All the time, when we study Dharma, we bring insight and mix it our Dharma, how I can to manifestation of my own natural great perfection. Like we can to, in the relative say, it's the positive mind, extraordinary mind, inconceivable mind. And also generally, we never think about our minds. Someone asks you, do you have mind? And what do you give answer? Maybe you receive some university neurology education received. Probably you say, I don't think so. Then maybe I have electronic in this brain cell. And in this case, you are materials. And no, I'm not material. Then which this brain, this electricity, computer electricity, what is the difference? Similarities. Okay, if I beat computer never say ouch. But you say the ouch. Why is one electricist say ouch, one electricist not say ouch? Make joke, okay? I didn't say that in Tibet. And Purchike Nola, Sanri Pachila, Chola Sam, you say, Namjenda China Natsutsumi Sam Kukola, Samlo Tongu Yomar, Sam you to meet some chilla sangwa. Sam could sorba, dedu could sorba to Nyanlachi, not demo, Shupochi, Yongala, Duma Tarson, Nango Nagan, the Manjin Tongo, dedu could sorba Mombochi, Yon Dugu Yole, the Yon can coronate country, you some tag yomare. But the Tata Chirizo Sonji jumped in the Chuti dedu song and the Sam to Tagore. Take it to Korba sage the Telehons, Yondi sage Telehon, Deva Telehon, Dunga Telehon, Dedu. Tombo Hyonsa tenere, Nyonsa tere dolemato. Sam mates and Horndi and Korva Yondi sage yo mari, Dedu sage yo maris. There is a Sam Zalgores, Sam te candin to stick down. The Caron Namjankanchilla Tabateona, Chola Sam Eotiona, Sam Chitron, King Torum Lodatic non sola, Shang do Leparka Cola Lojon Zogan, Sanri Cola Lojon Zogan, Niha Mogota. Look Corchilan the natural Mangala, Lepachon, Lep Pehos, Mala San you make a San Toman, said Tandaj. They cono sank, Saint and Ton Chanchilmer. Thunder Tanga Sam, the Otachola Samina, look a liquor in a true leponong look to the low lake look Nugala Chepacholis. Low lake look the liquor, lake the Yanagi Jamna, low lake look, na anana segment, Jabna. Ndi nongo lepo nongo la choti jan arara nga zergundu nga kugundu nga togundu nga chogundu ti lo to the lo lek lo nyagal chepa cheyo lezena lap thagmandu te lo lek lepa chombal te lo lepa chomba mar koron sem se dedu ko chorwa nyondung kenchi nyarbal ndrone nyar dunga nyondung hinkham ndrone hinkham ko dekhe nyondung si hyumbo suna hyang son chorwa nyondung Mayam Bachina, Mayam Cassandra, did the good Torah young canton, Donald Sassa city to Yolide. Touched the Tola Samot in Matona, 30 letter, Nyarvan Dronkan, 30, Kinkam Dronkan, 30, Saint Zonkan, Sayon, the Sonji Zonkan, the Mato, send the Mato, Chukoyon, send the Mato, Sonji me, send the Mato, Saint mates, or Sonji, Tendison. Then he sent somewhat Tongo. Sam de la Samlochi Matona, the Shuruk Yerachila Chingala Deshe Jonzi top Iona Samna, Shuruk Yerla Hyap Sorna, Hyap Winnie to Togumare, son Sonji Jumde. Tatu Hegona Sonji ton Chu Gendon, Shuru Sonji Chu Gendon, Tatu Yanni woman, the Mariva. Tatu woman, Yanni Dandate, wrong Sam the Redul. Those are the same Zagogers. I'm just to continue talking about this mind. One is like there's a kind of the talking about the electistas. One electistas is like received all the sensation, the feeling of the happy, sorrow, and it's one electist, computer electist never have like this. It's kind of the work if you put in the program, but like this. But then it's like for our perspective inside, there's kind of, it's vivid, something receiver of the, all this kind of the feelings, happy, sorrows. This one is maybe beginningless enter right now, or the kind of the, we never ever concerning. Do you have minds? And I don't know. And then it's you are every day it's like kind of the busy or working or something. Oh yeah. And like kind of the every day is concerning how I can to get happiness. Why you need to say to happiness? Because my mind is need happiness. Every day concerning how I can to avoid the sufferings. And you question why you didn't. My mind don't need sufferance. And therefore, inside where it is, yesterday we say inconceivable. Maybe it's in the heart, in the brain, in the body. We don't know where it is. It is a kind of the untalkable, unexpressible, inconceivable, but receiver there is. This vivid kind of the cognizer, it is going to hell to experience all the different type of the sufferings. It is going to in the Pure Land to experience all the different type of the happiness. And this kind of the inner, this receiver of the kind of the feeling of the happy and the sorrow, and that perspective, there is existence of the samsara, nirvana, happy, sorrow, good, bad, everything. And now it is like a kind of the Buddha, he says, that is the most crucial point. Very important things is your mind. Your mind is the principle universal of all the phenomena, your perspective. But not, for example, your perspective, my perspective, my mind, not your mind. Your perspective is all the things inside, most important element, your mind. And externally things, I didn't say in Tibetan, Buddha said this, externally phenomena are the same as the 8 illusory example, like a rainbow, hallucination, mirage, and like this. And then therefore, we need to now to searching this inconceivable receiver feeling of the mind. And sometimes, I didn't say in Tibetan, sometimes who you are, where you come from, which kind of person, how we can give answer. Even myself, okay, my name is the Sun, okay, Nimas, Sun. I'm not Sun. Sun is not me. This is not Sun. Just imputation. So I just called my name Sun. The reality, who am I? Where am I come from? And this, it's very difficult. But we kind of the distracted mind is carrying, like kind of the dream way. We don't think about like a kind of the, how do you say, it's like drug addict person. All the time is half is gone, half is something is like this. Then this is life day by day, week by week, month, the life is kind of the going away. And now is the time is to searching our own minds. Very, very important how it is correct. And also as Buddha's teachings, with teaching it is to any kind of received teaching, bring into our heart to mix it, how I can to make the manifestation of my inconceivable, my nature, the natural great perfections. And that is like to think like this. Then is we are in this text is called the Rongyon Dzogchen Ranyak Patrul Rinpoche. Then the lachiri to tombo chuju sit, and yonda sit and these. Then de la geva toma geva part geva young tama geva and yuk turns it and did in a sachi cola. You yacht was yojirete, tengi yap, you got Michigan. Dorna, Danachi in the tombo and the thank you rong la maju hunton and chuju nambani, tombo la mala chansar. Then he rong your zohachim with turn jerry to the tobacco money. Just on reason lama zone and the Kunchen Yasi on Jipa la Chon Sergeant the Nindo. Then he did the some G Machap Zoha Chimbu Duns, some G Machapa, send you the Tataka, Jeredo Sarhi Ripa, Tataka Jered the Tsomaji Hakonken, Shindunkenka, Sasashi Yojuka, this Sam de la, some G Machapas. Ndi mila zohwa chembo seviolere. Ndi samje machapa zohwa chembo ndi sem to tente la Gandhi zo the chebi ha gogo, Jenda Segur, Ndala Samji Machapa Gandhi Yenle say chanchi yena, Ndana Kanchan Yasi ton Jepa Chipak, Jerizo the Gandhi song yole sena, the Samji Machapa Zoha Chimbu turned Suturn yole so. Yedru Ronja Jambar turns it was Yedru Sejite, Nilu Umaka Ronjan Zoha Chimbo Sejite, Ye Tomani, Zabanini, Jing Manyumpa. Koru yeni depi ku manyum pase jezo koru yedak songi seje yedak songi dina kutombo jezo do naron so ye deva ke nimbo tegi koron rongi ngogu ngokani hega na dala tuncher seje ndate zabani yog mare seje hayo jezo do tor seje te yog mare tata yung tor seje yog mare jima yung tor seje yog mare Dror sage tangite mezi jansante carriation, co yeni dror de dorel, co ronjan co dror de dorel. There is the ronjan co dror de yodu, target to the jodon tank drorhe la tani, yonshart the dror sagete, consumption la tani, say amatojus, coco moved hegana, yedro ronjan dead de yoles. There is the jamber harse, tombanzipa. Jerezo Kamasal Bandanda, G Journey in Bandada, G Kujur Kutsurdanda, Tanda Mayan Pachik, Jember, then it Jerezo G Sharse, P. the Yedron Yanka, Turn Teda, Turn Zepa Pote, Kande Regina, then it Conchen Lama, now Longchan Ranjan Baga, Kong 2 seat on Jepa Jipa Nando, then it Zote. The Zavalama, Bangalama, Tedot no Yundutanala, the Tedot Somala, Shansaga Yanson. Dog Shansa Jerejo, the Ronjan Zofa Jimbu, Dun Don Tambaka, Jason Rins Lama, Zofa Jimbu, Japans and Kansegana, Tedot Somala, Shansalin Sanga, some songs. I choose to read it again, this second homage. I choose to say is the true you who revealed directly the nature of the primordial liberation, which is the meaning of the inconceivable great perfections, omniscient Father and Son, together with the heirs of your lineage, and the Guru who is the glorious protector at your feet. I bows. And then it's just kind of the literally. Here is the who revealed the directed. Reveal, I'm really kind of the, not sure, it's yes, you can to say reveal. Directly the nature of the primordial liberation. Sam se. Ngachu tata rungjun zopa chimbu sam se. Sam tela kola penan kipa chembo kong nambanda chembo ndajina tendi job hedena nashu nung manza wayo. Ngo tsamo nacha mandanda da kong nyaga chembo ndajina kake ton hiena teli tese yakshu yenle. Kake den rongyong zopa chembo don sejite ngachu sank nung dana la sank nung la sonji yus sonji zik joshis yole. Tejere zito tata chu karindena Hyandrundona, Drummond, Gimun Zutu Sage Jolid. So, Cheres of the Drogon Kajatosola, Gimun Zutu Setanala, Drogon Chopan, Rinpoche Lari, Chik, Gimuchila, I say, Setana, Chu Ha O, Sango, and Sarhonge, Jingale, Tonsonge, Jingale, Ndala Sarton Songes, Nzogutu, the Gemote, all lost, said Gemush Kasi, Hakoni, Sonji Songe. Tala chere to gemun jutsu sejende tanda nzugutsu nindi zo segozmat koningata chembo loyong me on de tanala chu tohe chi zoyona hakogumndwa karo mona nasho song zu nye de dolere de nyegi ya chi hiendisa tasa kon konsolam chanlo lu chudal yote saint chudal me se chenjo tanda osona nye de dona nyoga ko projects Proja person sound on the tongue, dead in the Hilemar. Timan Zunzu nye, Nigamana dead here. Then this other some ton go at the Tatan di Koru, the tape the tongue, Ronjan Zopa Chamber, Ronjan Zopa Chambers, rongjong zopa ning chimbo sam de min la min chimbo tawgler the uni hega na sam de samje machapa ndo jere do un de chirndi sam de ha ko to ngowonda te yenten de ko uni sang ni lu nanda te yun lu nanda tondo de sonjin Tatu ngoma hega na sanchen sonjin nigala yewa chi put samchi yolma chipare Tata kunzu chorbu moga tata ndana sonji te to de sonji tsarwa chipe na ngocha chi de chi gegen de na kambu de na chi loyon chembo to loyon zo tsate mingte mixer wa chi rendo tsara yonten te kobu no njar tsade chepra chi rendo tenda bo chi ko sonji tsate te la sonji do ngacho la sanchen se on tende ta rong sen la yojete sonji ko kare son Chorong sen yojite suwanzi chi a chorong sen la samlo ton gambya na te samlo ton katon de na te samlo ton man de na te samlo ton te wan de jagres dhamma se tel lama la te payo lama sende rong ko te che yapo chi nye hina lamin zogon de chi zugund a ji to yansile samse chi sa si de na chi samsangla cherido de moharam bochen ka yo cherido tanda ga dhamma chonchon da yole de yo tu sam jachimbo mepa ka ji zhongha phamo chen da tanda ka korte ji yong na rong la te che le don re lendre ji hwan sok lindi te yo na lamsong to onjin da yole zaza mazuna to gumare zaza mazuna chujum phombo jet yeton nyen de na go ngacho nanda churi chu mathal mak nang matham seji tampe chole tan nanda lo jasambal nyen de na taron chi chude de ngi ha ko a tomba ni ko chi na ngi ka ngi ha ko tomba ni de chi sang de he ni me ngi ha ko choma ha ko gongni ko yo mare ndo sho chi dum tum choma gong ri chi re ti do re tana chembo rendo yole ri tazo de I'm just talking about very stupid things, okay? I'm just a little bit kind of the criticize to the two knees, you know, the flat nose. I need to, if, for example, this kind of the high educated persons, they don't need my speech. Why it is, it's you know, noise. Those flat ladies' perspective, I'm says, needed. I need to talk. I'm just making joke. In the word of my perfect teacher, say, when you go, you are like kind of attend the teaching, your body is in the place of the teachings, but your mind is not there. And maybe it's these two ladies, listen, because if finish it, maybe he's going to his complicated guy, maybe he say something. But body is there, but maybe mind in the puja or in Brussels or in something else. Don't do like I'm saying that. And also, it's a very important things. Here is, now we're talking about natural great perfections. Natural great perfections, we give name to our minds. Wow, so huge name. You call that natural great perfections. Yes, that is that we need to call. Actually, it's the essence, quality, nature of our minds is Buddha's absolutely same, equal, not different. But in the relative point, we have different, absolutely. Buddha's Buddha, we are sentient beings. These kind of stupid examples, when you are someone is educated very well to study in the graduate in the university, there is name of the doctor, Campbell, masters. Then it's like for our perspective, we have different gap, different. They have education in their heart a little bit high level. We are just for the education, just to understanding. Exactly like this. At the moment, Buddha, he realized that his own nature is superior, extraordinary. But we are not yet. We are like kind of the not yet realized that we are sentient beings, and then different. But in the inherent or in the primordial perspective, or its nature perspective, we have same. Now we understood, I have the seed of the Buddha. And that is the reality Buddha. That is, I need to make the manifestation. I want to become the Buddha. I want to make this. We need to ourselves to put effort. And this is the ultimate source of the refuge, ultimate reality of the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Actually, in the relative external Buddha Dharma Sangha, it is not ultimate source of the refuges. Buddha, he said, I'm just relative. Dharma is relative. Sangha is relative. Actually, finally, ultimately, your really Buddha Dharma Sangha is your mind. And that is like you need to strive. And I didn't say in Tibet, but Buddha, and you remember, Buddha, he dialogued with the Kashyapani. Kashyapani is the best disciple of the Buddha. But beginning, he was a Hindu. He was great Hindu masters. And their conversations. And Kashyapani criticized to the Buddha, you are the Siddhartha, you are atheist, like kind of the godless. And you just kind of the godless, kind of the evil. And then he said, maybe yes, Kashyapani, it's true. Can I talk to you, said, in the Chobo Nerenzan, the ruler of the Nerenzan. And he talked, and he says, Kashyapani, I want to cross this river. I'm sitting here, I pray to the God, and to say, can you deliver to other side? If possible, God deliver to other side. And Kashyapani said, that is, I'm not sure. You should need to take a boat, or you need to cross yourself. You need to move yourself. And then Buddha is kind of laughing. Yes, I need to move, yes. If I'm not acting, God doesn't help me. Then it's which kind of God jobs? Then they are like kind of communication. Kashyapani is totally lost. And that moment he changed, he became follower of the Buddha. And like what I might say is like, you need to kind of to talk a little bit, to analyze, and then it's like kind of the enthusiastic to kind of to understand like this. And therefore, Buddha's also to say externally this thing is like then your own. You need to move them. Okay, Buddha is there. You have such a faith. Maybe Dharma is there, Sangha is there. But if you are not strive, you not put effort, you not do yourself nothing, you choose to say, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, can you bring me into the Pure Land or be enlightened? That I'm not sure, he said. And like same as other many is repeat instructions to say like this. I mean, it's like therefore, we are called big name of our mind. That is, we have this seed. That is, we need to manifestation. I'm says to the beginners, when you recite mani, you should to think this vivid mind. When you meditate in times, follow at the sadhana, making the circumambulations, like kind of think a lot about your essential great mind, inconceivable mind. Meditations any times, walking meditation, sitting meditation, chatting meditation, even you are go to in the deliver, like kind of delivering your things is in the toilet, you can to meditate. And therefore, all the times to thinking about your inconceivable natural great functions, then there's a kind of the maturations. And slowly to like kind of to maturate it, then something happened. And also there are many different pith instructions. I'm just to say, there's in Tibet one so-called called the Ndrung traditions. They call the like kind of the old ladies pith instruction by or the through the like kind of the showing the by the fingers to say. One is the holiness of the Dzogchen Rinpoche, one which kind of I don't know them. And he introduced the inconceivable, natural great perfection mind, one old lady. And he called the grandmom. Can you listen? She said, yes. When you look at this present mind, there are the part of clarity and the emptiness. He's like showing the finger like this. Then she said, yes. Finally like this. And certainly something she's inconceivable kind of the experience occurring into her mind. She's become the enlightenment. And like this, and also there's one Tibetan great Buddhist, the Bodhisattva or the master Mberu Chanas. And he's one student, he's 80 years old. And then it's like a few pith instructions. And one is like he asked Berosana, can you give me direct, nakedly said. Then he's like kind of the stick put direct in the old guy's heart, and he taught like this. And he talking about this inconceivable natural great perfections, like just 2 pages, the pith instructions. These pith instructions, 2 pages, he become the enlightened man. Maybe if you really to attention, to really to think, maybe it's like you have such education or not education. Maybe someone is 25 years to study, still confused, still kind of, sometimes you too much analyze, too much doubt, too much study philosophy, then it's slowly kind of the mind is lost. Then it's like through the arrogant, through the proud. I studied 25, 30 years, surely, but there is, error. And like this. Maybe it's someone's not really educated basically, but devotion maybe suitable contains it. There is and suitable, fortunate students. And then it's something maybe qualified coming together. Symbolics, if you really put effort, tension, really very carefully to listen, it's possible to realize it. And therefore, I'm just to say is why we call the big name of the our mind is like kind of natural great perfections. That is we need to sound. Teacher the Rongyan Dzogchen Chimbu Sem, se Rongyan Dzogchen Chimbu Sem. Teacher the Samji Mashap Tön Tinyo Rongyan Gemberla, country turn your raison yona. Xuan Tafsal Pon Lindi, Tati Hipa Romba Lupan, Juki Jimmy Ripiyehi, the Montin and Atagam Sound in Jukes. Ta Ronjan Zofa Chimbu, Dun Ronjan Zofa Chimbuk, Sam de la Togona, Tabati Gogulary, Gambahi Gogulary, Hupati Gogul, Tagam Husante Yamatapa, Tawa Gamba Hupata Chagoni. Tene chere to don drive the one the young res. Nete Tom Toma la pension de la nato chere to Satik Yopatser Zuna, Conambalatina chokte. Monto Gigi. Tene chere to the Monto Satana, Troto, the Monto Totanala, Dinja Chanchigdo. Tito la chere to Din Titola. Ti trotu teke, shupa te tedo seni sona, tanin te la chirido, ti sanko konso, montroji te don chik, ti tol ni tajito ni, ti tol ni tejite, junk shupa te don setana, the sanko konso madu pachi, mango samsan and dutch, then read the go samsari. Dombo Cherejudo, Dani Renga, Sam Chanchik, Hako go Julius. I'm just to say maybe we can to kind of to make the timetable, this like kind of the text. First, kind of the introducing, like kind of the direct, the natural great perfections, they introduce to recognize what it is. And then is the second, to maintain on it, to rest on it, like a kind of the self-centered on it. And then as a third one, it is to mix it, this like kind of the what you are centered on it. And this is mixed daily your activities of the body, speech, mind. And therefore, this kind of the three included probably, but maybe this we can to ask it too. Okay, look. Then I'm just telling these sentences. Shun, yun, trip, sal, polon, lindi po, tati shiba romba lupa, na juji yin merik piye hite, montine no tagam son den juice. Tawa sejte kandiri sena, tawa chu tamchik ni lu landate, chu tamchik yin lu sejte la tagos. Miki pitis and dandachilla, miki tina delayon tase solidate, Sam cos zonserji, Sam cos somlo tonserji. Dandragason. Sam cos somlo ton, chun the dot tamche, send you monsecure, chun the dot tamche. Chun the dot tamche, gali hyonson. Ganan nindu, Ganan rogan du sechi tayona. Yonsa yogumari, Nisa yogumari, Rosa yogumari. Chu hilok, chu the dot soma. Something Latin, or should not jachimbo, no sentient, dromombo. Baron doyon namnak, good leper persons, Dandraka some machature. Do some the jury. Sentient, drome biting in ton do, ro, cho, noxal. Chagamaga drachin do, some digit. Ntichu in the dot somat, tombo kali hyonson. Hyonsan there is on Yoleman, Tombaridor. Nisan there is a Jolmar, Tombaridor. Rosan there is a Jol, Yolemar, Tombaridor. Tatomba menan, Dandraka, Nochuk, Chu, Mombochicani, Sharon Sank, Jerion Sankason. Ta Hyonsa, Nisan, Rosanama, the Sanganon Rendol Mato, two onsaji, Njate una, Pite, Puk, down here and Puk puchite on Shurok church some sand to the ta. Ta sama to churchum, Jerry Mulam Kukas, not yet do not yet, Sanjan Doyan and Tom Desert, Mulam Kukas, Carry and Tom Dinner, Nom City, San Thompson's river. Mulam no what did Tomchi San Lichon, San Latney, Sans and Thompson. Tender and you move Mulam the Tomao. Chu jachimbo things up, not jachimbo, just make a sentence that some ton do rindu do something do on a zabandate, rosa, yonsa, nisa, soma, the sand. Sand the matota, choose a chimundu, sounds cut up demi chu. It is the problem choosy zogret. Mato just a teme, that sand mato celery mato go out and go puni membandus, make a sonros, bandus. Mano many churchandos, chok cornros, churchandos. Yayon sangi junos, sahindos, panopun trupa gendos, seri zondos, some. That does not so much remandus and does not so much turnoed, wrong on turno, wrong on turba. That money tatam takes a chicken tombo get here, you know. Zo the Royan Zofachambu sang chonter. Sang chonter la nda mandra young circle. Madok noala nyarwa yoto tondo nrova ritu noa young charchover. Taparanjang hinkam somal devajan the chipota la soma young char dingoni charons remato. Zava corteli hazard them hinkam kazava young sanded or Nyarwak Zava Sandor, Drova Ridu Zava Sanded. Sand took Maso Paddle, no much Mandu, no more Jindit, Tinil, Timothy, no more Jason Degod, no more pitched, no more Zava Mem and that. Zava Mepa, Yum Mem, 그 형산 로사 니사 쯧들려냐가 뭐니 온다 다 뭐니까 찌산 거고 너 정말 형상이 뭐니 알아 뭐니 뭐도 없어도 뭐야 되네 온테 다주 많이나 뭐니게 손dunque inglês 손dunque 코로니 그나 따따고 그래 손 때도 patrul Rinpoche tendiso 코롱 somke tila son lo ton asit te tila ton gremato insa ayna yundeji hiend singate ayana son uni samson sentola lani su sang tola lani kanandu kandireng ndodok choma huror ku po trome jin ton mi endizin jensen sanse mi yao shedin ton du mi zan yao shed choma jibu jin kechi morong yang rete do kechi ndanda rela choma jibu jin do so 카송 때 대리 요구마 대리 손인 로고 말이 깨지 레레 제보 젠도 또 칸데서 노마 진데 대연치 먼치 즈나 데니 산라 수시 퉁거레스 I'm just to say here is quoting this okay I'm just first reading the in English one's own present awareness left as it is in a natural ease, beyond quality, teeth and flaws to be added or removed, accepted or rejected, is the unaltered, unchanging wisdom of the pure awareness, and to rest in this experience is the unit view and meditations. I'm just the first timers we will pick up the views. What I said in Tibet, view. View is when you look your eye something also view. But here is more how you will perceive the phenomena. Which kind of you have the idea. Very important, I said. Very important. What is important? To chasing your appearances. Chasing. How you can to chase after your appearances. For instance, when you look at your appearances, externally, the environmental is gigantic, inconceivable, large, big. Inner sentient beings, uncalculable, numerous, endless. And there is the arrangement of the 5 desirables, inconceivables, the varieties of those phenomena. You should to analyze. You need to chase after them. Where they are, they come from. Where they are budding, where they are dissolved, or the destination. You more chasing, more look after them. No source, emptiness. No budding place, emptiness. No destination, emptiness. You more searching, absolutely, there's no source, groundless, rootless. Then, where is the come from? Finally, actually, then you can discover only your own mind. We give the name natural great perfection. This kind of the mind is. And then you understood you have the view on the phenomena, absolutely kind of the emptiness, because it's the no source, no origination, no budding place, no destination. Then all this your own individual appearances is come from your mind. Like same as the dream world. When you be in the dream, you have varieties of the appearances. You see the kind of the environmental inner being. Between there is all the form, sound, smells. But in the morning, where they gone? Only into the mind. One is when you perceive these dream things come from mind, body mind, dissolve mind. They dream exactly the same. Therefore, finally, we discovered root of the phenomena is the mind. The root of the phenomena of the samsara, nirvana, it is the mind. Then finally, we need to check in the mind. Not others' mind, your mind, our mind. This mind we need to. We call the natural great perfection mind. It is inconceivable kind of the radiations or radiate, illuminating of all the different appearances, ugly, disaster thing kind of the appearances of the samsaric, hell, hunger ghosts. Also, it is produced or projecting by this inconceivable mind of the natural great perfections. And also these natural great perfections projecting the appearances of the pure land, extraordinary. When we see these things, wow, wonderful. We kind of the surprise, magnificent. When we have this kind of perceive the appearances, joyful, happiness, but that is actually relative. If we understood the root, called the Buddha, we call the under control everything. Because the root, it is the inside. Therefore, this view we need to have. Very important. If you have good view, then you have good meditations. Good meditation, the good conduct. Good meditation, good view, good meditation, good conduct, then good result. Yung tap tawa yona, then yung tap gamba yule. Yung tap gamba tagam niga yona, yung hyopa yona, then yung tap ndrebe yule. Tozodu tabate tombo karchimburs. Ta tabate kang la tag yule resina. Runjong zuhwa chimbo, se tel tago. Te chu tamchik tsawa te yantong, kundi nika tsawa. Te sendo te karere zena tata sed ta karere zena di chip di nipa te zona poche tati hipa sendo te la ha chonko karchimbo tati hipa tertun kamalimba tati hipa sale shikiwa aro tati hipa sale shikiwa ngache chantong so yo something kenji Tsamba sasuna sandu yo sam tel sam tongre. Gamchen chomi tendi so sam tong. Pena nok no la mlotong trozo da chen se de mlotong tong dun mi ne he de. Ji logic khashi lo chochanga ndu gamje ndundum chago ti hipa tel sam tong so. Gamchen se gna gam ti torje. Tati hipa senduj. Tati hipa senduj. Chantong na ngi chantong si yo a samdung khen dule chi chire judo chi tsamba saso na sasi yo a samdung khen chul ti mila tati hipa te gamje de romba lupa se tela romba lupa jina chu mgoy nda sebo chi ayina kabo chi ayina marbo chi ayina yopa chi ayina mepa chi ayina yombe nika chi ayina thalin dipa chi koyo maso koru usu anal sam dungken kindu asa tingol pita peji yoga na mik mil tiz na da sam tong uni zuna mik mil tina tathag marite mik mil tiz na da sem korong la ta tandizu gam ye gogule de tandizu gam yaga na zohachimbo nyam slanke pachi reyum solid tela samlo tonga na sam ache sam Kepa Jadon, Trapa Tontrok Songonago, that Donhama Tito Zeyon Solid, Tati Hipa, Romba Lupan Dito Yogurt, Tati Tola Romba Lupat Yazitilla Candy Yolerisina, Jew he Yermis, Jew Magos, Jew Goyon Jew Magos, Jew Niele Marido, Jew Magan, Koru Ronhit the Zayongolers, Koru Ronhit Candy Yoleris on a Tit Tombote, Shunyan Trepsar Pon Lindipus. Ndala hyun seji pisal gogmari koru yidu redol yönten seji ki su drup gogmari koru yeni zokti dol hundrup kutsor zokti dol tela chiri joto hyun do yönten seji korun kutola hyun seji myo mari yönten tsak gogma koru ronchi ronto redol tozo de tana ti rombap kutola yana te yongres drup sal seji ki su drupni ki ngupo chi yamo chi zogog sanji Di toni ki kahechi le gewa magewa dipa drapa chi pa sal gaga adana sal gogmari kuri yeni sonji de redo de titolo rombap si matio tata hipan de torchi sasa chantong kan jinga a tongkan korong ko tol pi ya de chumoga titol ya gogoles tla pon tikabla pi pon go chanchi ndosho yedon tomu ngaja le gewa magewa pi pon go chocham Sulan chi gewa chu dipzin Dharma naso ponsha to longsha mepa pon chol madana tati hipa romba kongola yap satana pon se konchi gon tala chu ma yerma yo jis tem korun romba klupong tena yo ado tingon tel ne gana tawa tana tsedur gamba tana tsedur ti tani tagam iga yamo china kendo segana shopa yamo re yongyo rese taga Monte Nigo Yulis, Tati Hipa Romba Hupa, Tati Hipas. I'm choosing to now say the view. Views maybe we can to say some. View. The view is like one's own present awareness. One's own present is adjective. Awareness. Before we talk, present awareness. This present, your cognizers. And this present awareness of the thinker, that is most important element. And that is present, and this one is self at it is. Self at ease, very important. Self at it is natural ease. Or it is like kind of the permeated, or it is like kind of the you need to left as it is. If you do not left at it is, if you are like kind of the altered or changed, maybe may you think it is a white, yellow, maybe you think existent, non-existent, either or neither. And this kind of the altered or the unchanging, do you changed, then you are not this present awareness left as it is. And very important, this one, in natural ease. This talking about qualities, how it is, this one is, this kind of the present awareness is beyond the qualities. Beyond the qualities and flow to be added or the remove, accept or the rejection. And when you maintain this present awareness left as it is, at that moment, you don't need to add any qualities. Why? Because it's spontaneously presented inherently. And also you don't need to remove some flaws, obscurations, something on it. It is like kind of never, ever any kind of the obscurations obscured. And therefore, you don't need to add, you don't need to remove, you don't need to accept, you don't need to reject it. It is just to keep as it is. This is the natural ease. Therefore, here is the unaltered, unchanged wisdom of the pure awareness, direct. You rest in this, and then is the view and meditation automatic. On this view, you not necessarily separately meditation is like this. There is the included meditations. Then we need drink coffee. Yes? Post. Cha.